Hi students, welcome to BTech 360. Today I'm going to cover about DTU, which is Delhi Technological University. A lot of you have been coming and talking to us and asking us to cover DTU completely in terms of the kind of number of seats that they have, the branches that they offer, the kind of placement that happen at DTU, and everything that you would want to understand so that you can apply for DTU, right? So what I'm going to do is now take you through the entire DTU process of how many seats, what kind of placement, what kind of cutoffs, everything you will have here. And before I move further, please do subscribe to BTech 360 if you've not already done that. It's very important for us to know that you are actually watching us and taking decisions based on what we are actually presenting out here. So please subscribe to BTech 360. Now coming to DTU, we're talking of placement stats, salary data, recruiters, job-wise performance, everything is what we'll cover here. Keep watching this, right? Now, first of all, DTU, the university was established in 1941, so pre-independence era university, right? Institution type is, it's a state public university institution. The campus size is 164 acres. The NIRF ranking is 30th best engineering college in the country. Engineering, remember? So it's not university, engineering college ranking is 30th best. The total students is 10,431 across all branches, across the campuses. The total male is 86%. And female is 14%, which is what typically happens in engineering, but increasingly this is changing. In fact, if you go to IITs and all, it's about 20% plus, because the non-core engineering branches, you actually have extra numerary seats that are being given to girls. Now, DTU also needs to work on this ratio, in my opinion, but anyway, that's where it is. And like any other institution, this has 48% students from outside the state. And about 5% students are coming from outside the country, which is what very good institutions always get into, and that's what here it is also. Now, what is the intake that you have in this institution? The total intake is 2,529 in 23-24. So we're taking the last data that is available, which is from official records. So obviously we do have data from DT also, but we thought we should take it from an official record, which is NIRF, which is National Institutional Ranking Framework, which is data that they submit to the government of India. So to that extent, it's much more authentic, much more correct, much more true, which is what we took that data from. So in 23-24, they admitted 2,529 students. 2,529 is total sanctioned intake, of which only 2,501. So 28 seats were left, right? 28 students were left, right? Of which 2,412 students graduated. So essentially, if you look at it now, these guys would have joined 4 years earlier. So remember that. Don't come back to me with the question saying how can they graduate in the same year? This graduation. So these essentially 2,529 students were admitted 4 years back, and that's how it works. And then of the 2,420 students who graduated, 1,759 were placed, right? And they show 653 students opting for higher studies. For me, this is suspect. This is very clearly suspect for the simple reason that if you now look at this, here it's about 11% is the students who moved for higher studies, and this suddenly jumped to about 25%, right? 25 or 27%. So that for me is a problem, that you simply can't put this as a filling number where you fill in the whatever is remaining, and it looks like that because they want to claim a 100% placement. So very clearly, in my opinion, at this point in time, DTU is lying as far as this particular data is concerned. But anyway, they in NIRF documents claim this as 100% placement because they moved 653 students for higher studies and then moved ahead. And the median salary is 13.25 lakh rupees. The fact that so many students are not placed doesn't make it a bad institution, remember, because the median salary is decent enough. And DTU, the fact is that some of the programs in DTU are very, very good. So they obviously get a very good placement. Now, what is the placement highlights if you look at it? The computer engineering, the number of offers was 371. Students registered 496. Average CTs is 19.85 lakhs. So now we're talking of branch-wise placement. And this as per the institution brochure is what we're looking at. And maximum CTs is 64 lakhs. So in CSE, you actually have a 19.85 or 20 lakh being the average salary. In software engineering, it's 18.46 lakh is the average salary. In information technology, 16.62 lakhs is the average salary. ECE, the average salary is 15.82. Mathematics and computing engineering is 15.22. By the way, I'm always saying, please look at this program very carefully. This is a very good program. In the age of AI, this will come up very, very well. And electrical engineering is 12.89 lakh. Now, if you compare this with what you've seen earlier, where the average salary is 13.25 lakh, again, there seems to be some kind of a distance in terms of the fact that here we are always seeing it and everything is about 15 lakh, and whereas there the median salary is 13.25 lakh rupees, right? Again, there seems to be some kind of a gap in terms of the declaration or the data, and that is why I say that data is more authentic, because this is slightly much more inflated is what I see at this point in time, right? But that's the data at this point in time. For electrical engineering is 12.82. If you look at the placements also, no, you actually have 371 offers for 496 students. So about 125 students of even CSE are not placed, or whatever, some gap. Here about 60 students are not placed for software engineering. IT, again, about 40 students plus are not placed. EC, another, you actually have about 95 students not placed. Here you have another 80 students not placed, 77 students. And electrical engineering, you have about 130 students not placed. At least that's what the numbers are, because we're talking of number of offers versus students registered for placement. And the student registered for placement are dramatically much more than what you have for the offers that are there in that. Now, what is the seat matrix that you have? When you look at the seat matrix, you have CSE at this point in time. Now, what I showed you earlier is students who got in 2021 and passed out in 24-25. Now, if you look at this current seat matrix based on 26 matrix, you're having about 442 students for CSE, electrical is 316, mechanical 316, ECE is 190, mathematics and computing 190, software engineering 190, civil engineering 158, IT 127, engineering physics 121, biotechnology 80, chemical 80, environmental engineering 80, mechanical 80, production engineering 80, CSE with data science and analytics 64, VLSI design, electrical engineering and with VLSI design is 64, and IT is 64. In all, 2,643 seats is what you have. In the 26, these based on the JOSA counseling seat matrix is what we're looking at. Now, when you look at the highest closing rank, and this is what will tell you whether you actually are likely to get a seat based on the JEE Main rank that you have through JOSA counseling. When you look at that, if you're a Delhi student, if you're domiciled in Delhi, 11,352 you get CSE, and if you're outside Delhi, it's 6,200. These are all India quota, right? If you're BTech CSE, data science and analytics, 12,442 if you're a Delhi student, and 6,268 if you're a non-Delhi student. BTech IT, 14,561 if you're a Delhi student, 7,360 if you're a non-Delhi student. BTech IT Cybercrime, 19,027 if you're a Delhi student, 7,932 if you're a non-Delhi student. BTech Software Engineering, 18,706 if you're a Delhi student, 8,165 if you're a non-Delhi student. BTech Mathematics and Computing, 20,458 if you're a Delhi student, and 8,348 if you're a non-Delhi student. Moving further, BTech ECE, 22,278 if you're a Delhi student, 9,569 if you're a non-Delhi student. Electronics Engineering with VLSI Design and Technology, 24,842 if you're a Delhi student, 9,836. We're talking of open category, male gender. I'm not getting into any extra numeric. And we're talking of Delhi student and non-Delhi student. Non-Delhi is, of course, the open category for sure, right? So we're talking of open category, and Delhi and non-Delhi is what we're looking at. We're not getting at the category seats at this point in time, mind you. And we're talking of the highest closing rank. BTech Electrical Engineering, 31,589 for Delhi student, 11,227 for non-Delhi student. BTech Mechanical, 45,443 for Delhi student, 14,546 for non-Delhi student. BTech Mechanical, 44,365 for Delhi student, 16,022 for non-Delhi student. BTech Chemical, 49,816 for Delhi, and 16,697 for non-Delhi student. When you look at 16,697, we're dealing with about 98.9 percentile. Remember that. So in DTU, if you're a non-Delhi student, you want to get in, it's 68. Essentially, you're dealing with 98.19 percentile for even chemical engineering. That's how competitive it is to get into DTU. So that is what are the companies that are coming for placement here. When you look at that, all the best companies come here: Google, Expedia, Visa, Flipkart, Qualcomm, BSF, Microsoft, Deutsche Bank, Hero MotoCorp, Adobe, Boston Consulting, Rofo Consulting, Uber, Siemens, Deloitte, Bajaj Auto, Myntra, Paytm, Oracle, JCB, Maruti, BNY Mellon, Coordination, Alfonso and Suzuki. So you actually have right from software companies to banking companies to FMCG companies to Expedia kind of companies. You actually have all kinds of companies coming here, manufacturing companies, Siemens, electrical, electronics. So all those things you actually have. So this obviously happens because when you're there for long time, the companies are so used to coming to you that they'll always come to you for the first option, and that is what is happening here. So this is what we have at this point in time as far as the companies that are coming for placement is concerned. I'll be covering a few other universities also as I move forward. If you want me to cover any university that is of interest to you, please write to me on the mailbox here, message box here, and I'll cover that. And keep subscribing to Career 60. It's very important for us to know that you're supporting us. Thank you so much. Namaste.